Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ta ni mo gbé wá fún yín lálẹ́ yìí? Àǹtí Àjọkẹ́ Prevailing. Àwọn ni mo gbé wá fún yín. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ṣé bẹ́yìn náà gbọ́ nǹkan tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Muhbad àti bàbá Muhbad nípa will ẹ gbọ́. Wọ́n ní Muhbad ó ti kọ will sílẹ̀ nǹkan tá a gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò dẹ̀ tún wá ṣe pé ó ṣàyàn wọ́n ní ṣe ló tẹ̀ka. Ṣẹ́yìn náà lànà bẹ́mi náà ṣe lànà báyìí. Anyway, má jẹ́ kó ọ̀rọ̀ mi pọ̀ jù lálẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ lọ wo ẹni tó sọ gangan. Thank you all for watching. Till I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Now you can call in as you wish. The number to call is +44 74 66 25 73. Hello, ma.
Hello, ma.
Yes, ma. Good evening, ma. You're welcome back.
Hello, ma.
Yes, ma.
Yes. Now, first, let's start with the autopsy.
Yes, ma'am.
Results.
Yes, ma'am.
You know Sinead O'Connor when she died.
Yeah.
Okay, she died about 6 months ago.
Sinead O'Connor. In Ireland.
Her autopsy result only came out now.
Okay.
About last week. The result of her autopsy, what killed her, the result only was announced to the public sometime last week.
After 6 months.
So, after 6 months, yes. And Sinead O'Connor lives in the Western world.
Benny.
Right? And immediately she died, they had police, they had everybody there, and whatever they want to take from her body was taken. I think they even did autopsy for her because they were thinking it was drug related or suicide or something. You understand? Not that they were suspecting anybody killed her. You understand? Yeah. So it came out after 6 months. So I don't know what Baba Muhbad is shouting and his uneducated bloggers are shouting about. So it is not too late. Muhbad has died now, I think it's only 4 months ago, right? Yes, so if the result is not out, it's not out. Okay? So the other thing about the will, you remember I told you that there was no will anywhere. And if there was will, then nobody is going to show Baba the will. You understand? Because a will is a legal document that is only openable upon your death. Right? Upon your death. But even at that, they will have to bring everybody. You understand? And then the will will be open in everybody's presence. And it will be
read out
accordingly. Right? So I knew there was no
will anyway.
And even if there was a will, it was not accessible to anybody. The way Baba is saying that he saw people thumbprinting and not thumbprinting. So, which means what he was saying or what is alleged was that he physically saw the document, the will documents, and he saw all the thumbprint. Baba was lying. Now, the second thing about the will, you were saying there that maybe after everything, when you're Jew, they will give the family. No. What is going to happen in the case of the will is, if somebody died without a will, right? What happens is that the estate goes to the next of kin, if there is a next of kin, right? If there is no next of kin, the next person closest in blood, the next person closest in blood to the deceased, we have the property goes to that person.
Listen.
You understand?
Yes,
the property goes to the person. Now, what Baba is talking about, will, is what I'm thinking is that Baba Emole took his son as a next of kin. So you see, he wrote. If you look at his chest in one of his hands, you will see Liam written on it.
Yes, Imole. He wrote. He even did Imole here and Liam.
He did the light on his neck.
Yes.
And he put Liam on his arm.
Then you
see the face of Liam on his chest.
Yes. So.
This is a child that they said he wanted to throw over the sea or whatever they were saying. So Baba has no issue. You see, the people, the bloggers, are thinking that Muhbad was very rich. And they, apart from being very like, okay, now that they are streaming, his music. He's gone on number 1 here, number 2 there. So they are taking the streaming money will add up to a lot, which it will. Which will have, yes, that is going to happen. But that will go to his
next of kin,
to his son, to his next of kin. Now, like when I got married, before we start having children, my husband was my next of kin. And the same thing to him. I was his next of kin because we didn't have children then.
Okay.
And the moment we
started having children,
we start putting our children's name in the list. Now, you see, people are finding it like it's strange for a 26-year-old
to have a will.
It's so strange in this day and time. And then considering the family Imole came from, you see, he knows what we don't know. He knows a lot of things that we don't know. And if you look at his music, even when he was doing his freestyle, he was talking about the frenemies.
I've been living with frenemies.
Yes. Those friend enemies
from
are
Genesis.
From his father's side. They are from his father's house. So, whatever happens in this case, whether there was a will or there's no will, Baba is not a next of kin to Imole. And he's not even the closest in blood to Imole. The closest person in blood to Imole is his son.
Hello? Yes. Go on. Hello, ma'am.
Hello?
Yeah, go on.
Hello? Yeah, there are instances where there are some documents or some properties or there are some things Imole would have done with his wife, that his wife is the next of kin.
Yes, ma'am.
In some of those documents. There's nothing anybody can do about that.
Yeah, definitely.
If Baba, there's nothing. If Baba let him some assault. You understand? This money or whatever Imole has is not coming to him. It will not come. You see, if he had played his game right, if he was wise, if he was not greedy, he would have been close to his son's wife. And his son's wife would have ensured that he gets something to look after him. Yes. But now, even the management, the Mole's management, believe you me, they will make sure nothing goes to that Baba.
No, they have, in their own write-up now, they have said, Baba, don't worry. Once you guys settle your inside disputes, we will get all your things to you.
It can't get to him. They're just shocking. It can't. Legally, it can't. Legally, when we're talking about, you see, we are talking on a humanitarian ground now. That he goes, okay, he's the father, they will take care of him. But who take care of such father? Yeah, if there is a witchcraft anywhere, then you don't need to look for
anymore.
If witchcraft is a human being, you don't need to look far to see who the witchcraft is. This Baba is coming online, talking what he doesn't know, and you see the problem the Baba has that he's blinded by greed. He's blinded by greed and the hatred for me. Yeah, he has lost. See, what if Baba has lost? He has lost his grandson, he has lost his son, and he has lost everything. Everything. Because of greed. If he's not educated, but I don't think Baba has lawyers. I don't think Baba has qualified lawyers.
They have sons. They said they have sons working for him.
What son? What son will allow his client to come and say what Baba thinks? What son? We say, okay, go to national television and say this, or pass information to your bloggers. You see, lawyers play close to their chest. Lawyers play close to their chest. If they have information, they play it close to their chest, that they will surprise you. When you go to court, they will surprise you. You see, what they are doing is manipulation and bullying.
That's it.
They want to bully, yes, they want to manipulate and bully women to the point that she'll say, okay, I hands off.
I hand off from all these things.
From all these things, and Baba,
you can have your properties.
Baba, see, Baba has lost face in many places. Do you know if he had respected himself, Imole's friends would have even looked after him.
Yeah.
If he had respected himself, they would have said, they will walk, what day they will be in the area of that place, they will say, Baba Imole, say, let me go and check you. Look at that cute Abiodun.
Cute Abiola.
As young as that boy is, he read that Baba very quickly. He read the Baba very quickly and he removed himself. Because he knew that the way this Baba is. Do you know that television screen you played for us? They said they asked Baba, he said nothing would make him change his mind.
Yes, he said even his children are not speaking with him again, he doesn't care.
Yes, and he doesn't care. So you see, and it's, I don't know, there's a problem in my language that said flies that I don't know how to put it, will follow the dead body.
Follow dead body enter grave.
So Baba is following that into the grave. You will hear the shock of that thing can kill him. The shock of saying nothing goes to him. But having said that, Baba Wumi needs to be very careful with her son. Wumi needs to be very, very careful with her son. Because that Baba, since he has set his mind on the properties of Imole or whatever he has coming in, Baba will take anything from his way. So at the minute, if you watch him very well, he doesn't even care about the son. This is the son that you did naming ceremony in your house and they give you money. This is the son that bought you clothes for his naming ceremony. This is the son you go to see and they put the child in your hand. But for the last 4 months, this man does not even look back. Even if you watch them in court, he doesn't even look back on the child. So is that person that you're going to be free with? So that is the case with Baba has lost. You see, I knew from the beginning that he's lost it. I knew from the beginning he's lost it, and there's nothing you can really do about that, except Wumi use the goodness of her heart
to give him something.
And another thing, because as it is that there's no will. So if there is will anywhere, except Muhbad said, okay, in this will, that my wristwatch, please give it to my father.
Okay, hold on. Ajia Arike said the caller is biased by saying bad things about Baba. Like what? What is she saying about Baba? My darling commenter, please, can you expatiate more? Go on, ma.
Please, let her expatiate. I'm analyzing the will. So what is bias? This is black and white. It's law. It's legal. So I should say Baba has something to collect in the will when he doesn't have anything. Or I should say Baba is closest to Imole in blood. No, he's not. Because Imole has a child now. So if there is no will, the way the will goes, the way the will works, or the way the property sharing or transfer of property works, is the closest person to him in blood. And that is his son. And his son is in the next of kin. That is what Baba saw that he's shouting. Baba would have, that's what Baba saw, that Baba doesn't understand next of kin and the will. He doesn't understand the difference between the next of kin and the will. If Baba had the will and he did not leave anything to his son, the court cannot change it.
That's it now. Nobody can change it.
The court cannot change it. If you remember this British footballer that died, I've forgotten his name. All he left everything to his sister that took care of him when he was sick. All he left for his son was a wristwatch. And it was a multi-millionaire in pounds.
And he willed everything for his own sister.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
It's a British footballer.
Your thing has fallen.
and say, okay, I'm the son, I'm the daughter. No. It's not it's a will. But where there is no will, it goes to the process in blood. And that is what is his name? Liam. Liam is the closest in blood. And even in this part of the world, if Imole dies like that, and the children are on that age, the wife is the next of kin. It manages the things until those children become of age. If you know Kobe Bryant in the basketballer, when he died, he had things for 3 of his daughters. And he died with 1. But the last one that was born before the last one that he had before he died was only a baby. So that those things did not include her. The wife has to go to court to say, include my baby, because the father didn't get to do it. And they did it legally. And the wife, at the minute, is the one handling his estate. So if the commenter wants me to say, Baba is going to get something, I'm sorry, he's not.
Because she's speaking, on the side of the law. It's just interpreting the law to us. Do you get me?
Interpreting the law. This is legal. This is a legal something. It's nothing like because I love Baba so much or I hate Baba so much. No.
It's not about.
The law is law, and that is what is going to happen. So if Baba expects himself to get something, because excuse me, Sister Joke, what father self 4 months after your child dies, what father goes on national television talking about property when the boy is still in the morgue, cold in the blood, in the morgue? This man, the very day his son was being buried, there's nothing he did say about his son. He's on camera. Who does that? What normal human being will support him except the likes of him? Except the likes of him. So if anybody has any other thing to contribute in the times in this will thing, they can come out or they can come and discredit what I said.
You can call in. The number is there. You don't have to condemn anybody speaking. You call in and let us know your own thoughts.
If you know, if what I have said about the will is incorrect, come on and discredit me.
That's it.
Come on and discredit me. So I'm online. I'm waiting on Sister Joke.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. We are talking about the will. For those of you that are just coming in and you heard somebody talking, it's not that they're just talking about, we want justice for Muhbad. And like I said, the justice for Muhbad that we were looking at was about, the bullying, the harassment, the grooming. That was what we were looking for. We were not looking for DNA and all that. You understand? We're not looking for DNA. We're not looking for placenta. So all these ones came later. We're not looking at property, but all these ones came later. Okay, you like that one? This one, ma? Yes. Call in for your glasses, please, if you want the glasses too. So let's go on. Like I said, now, when these people brought out this statement, just to let us understand that most of the things we hear online are untrue, they are not factual, we shouldn't believe them. Their bloggers have come out to say, no, don't say that. In fact, the bloggers said it's a lie, that Muhbad has a will. And they even made us to understand that it was Karima that said Muhbad couldn't sign again. So that it was Karima that told them. Me, I don't know. I've not heard anything like that from Karima. So I don't know what they are talking about. When Karima knows of Muhbad di ori ota, Muhbad ti ya wiri. Muhbad only sign more. So, So for us, like I said, we were looking at other means of getting justice. we know that autopsy is not an easy thing to get. It is not as fast as you heard when she said that somebody died in Ireland, in Republic of Ireland, after 6 months before a autopsy came out. So autopsy results came out. And you know this Ogomomio, or what's that boy's name? That young boy, the small child, the boy. You know, okay, ma, that boy that died in the boarding house that they suspected was in gang or something, that Auntie Kemi said he was a gangster or something, you know, in such an autopsy, they just concluded everything. They are going to speak to us very soon all over the country. So it takes time. I know his bloggers are saying, but Yabo told everyone that she has the autopsy results. I don't know. I know Yabo said something like that they've seen the result is out, but I don't know where the result is. So, like I said, I don't know what I don't know. The police have not come out to tell us. So we don't believe in all these third-party statements unless it comes directly from the source. Just like this one that we read out, it is from the immunization. So that's why I've come out to let us know that most of the things we listen to will corrupt our minds. It will corrupt our minds totally and will lead us to nothing. It will just, everything they are doing, most of these people are doing, are things to disrupt the real justice we're looking for. Okay, Bisola Philip said, Yabo said what the police PRO said, that autopsy is out, but toxicology is not yet out. All right, that's what he said. Okay, ma. So that's that for that. We hope that, and then let me gist you a little bit. There's lots going on TikTok. You know, that's the base where this justice stuff, you know, they are really making it a job. They are calling it a movement. You know, a movement. A lot of things have happened in Nigeria after Muhbad died. So seeing that as a movement, we have more pressing issues. A young girl was kidnapped with her family, the whole family. Her father, her siblings, about 10 of them were kidnapped in Nigeria, in Abuja to be precise. They killed the girl 2 days ago. Was it yesterday? They killed her. After they left the father out to go and look for ransom. They were asking for 70 million naira. They allowed the father and held on to 9 of them. They kept them for the father to go and look for the money. At the end of the day, before the father could get, I think the father was still running around, got about 300,000. They killed the girl. They killed one of the girls, 20-year-old girl, a graduate that would be somebody in life in Nigeria. Her life was cut short by kidnappers in Nigeria. We have more pressing issues that we can call a movement, but we are calling Muhbad's issue a movement because we are making money out of it. We have more pressing issues. Kidnapping in Nigeria is becoming a big deal. They have started again. They shot that girl dead and took her corpse to her father to tell him that if you don't bring 700 million, we'll kill other children. Okay, she's a 400 level student. They are still, you know, telling them, threatening them that they will kill every other person there. The siblings are there. I heard that 2 people were killed again. Just so many kidnapping going on in Nigeria. We are not shouting on the government. We are not calling on the government to please come and help us. Nigerian government, they are kidnapping people day in, day out. Kidnapping is back to Nigeria. That is the truth. We cannot lie about it. That is what we should be shouting about. That is what we should have a movement about, not about Muhbad's movement. The movement you are talking about, I've said it, is because you guys are just hiding under nothing. We will listen because I don't want to. There's a word you use to obstructing justice, cause of justice. If not, we all know. We all have an hint into what killed Muhbad. But let us wait so that we won't, you know, give what has not been said by the courts so that we don't become like one of them. But The movement we should be talking about is looking into drug use in Nigeria by our youths. Àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n groom, tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó máa lo egbògi olóró. Let's fight against it. It's becoming a menace. Go to the island. They do drug parties. One party, cake party, party. They do drug parties on the island. Lekki side. Don't go into it. That is what the one, that was the justice we were fighting. The grooming of all these children by most of the celebrities. They groom all these young ones to sell all these things to them, for them. They make money out of them. They look at the vulnerable ones that they can use to go and sell all these products for them. That is the struggle we should be looking into. We know God has used Muhbad to open our eyes to some things that's going on in the industry. And all the signing of contracts, all these contracts, all these young ones, that they are taking advantage of them. That is what we should be fighting for. Not unnecessary sitting down hours like big batting unishe from morning till night. Wumi, Oma Jeya, Wumi Wolopa Muhbad, Wumi, all the narratives, unnecessary narratives they are bringing out. Wumi was married to her husband in a traditional way. Just like most of us, even before we came abroad, the way we married our husbands. The customary law recognizes their marriage. And then you speak ignorantly by saying she's a baby mama. No. Sometimes when we speak, Omanjeka looks stupid. I'm sorry to say. It makes you look stupid when you say somebody that's married traditionally is a baby mama. No. She's not a baby mama. She's married in a customary law. And so she is Mrs. Aloba. Kí òyìnbó tó gbé ṣe registry day, we had a way of getting married. Wọ́n sanwó orí ẹ̀, ìyẹn ló mọ̀, ló fi mọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ní iṣu lọ́kà, wọ́n gbé iṣu lọ, wọ́n gbé ẹja ọsàn lọ, wọ́n gbé gbogbo eléyìí lọ, wọ́n gbé bí lọ, wọ́n gbé ìyẹn ló fi mọ̀ níyàwó. We had our way of marriage. It's our tradition. It's recognized, even recognized here abroad. So, speaking out to say they are not married, no. This person speaking doesn't know what he or she is saying. We should accept it the way it is. We were not there when they were married. We were not there when they started their relationship. I saw pictures of Wumi and her boyfriend, Muhbad, when they were very young. Which shows that Wumi has been out for a long time. And we understand. At least we heard when our sister came out and said the mother wasn't caring. Most families do have their own issues. Yeah, it's a big deal. But it shows that they've been together for a very long time. So, what are we talking about? Okay, Auntie Kemi Aganga said, I am an international alaga. Traditional marriage is legal marriage. Adafunyi. Do you get me? So it's so funny when you bring out narratives, a lot of narratives that doesn't even make sense. We are looking deeply into their family, saying, Ashewo ni, kini koni. Let's sit down. Even, let's just ask our conscience as human being. If this happens to me as a woman, will I like anybody to interfere in my family matters? Will I like it? My husband's friend died just this December, unfortunately, may his soul rest in peace, at the age of 58, I mean 59, is a well-known, he was a banker, a renowned banker, successful banker. He died at home. He refused to go to the hospital. Just like Muhbad. Most men do refuse to go to the hospital. I've said it severally. It's so unfortunate when some of this ignorance come to my inbox to ask me, ṣé wọ́n náà bímọ ọkùnrin, Ọlọ́run á bí ẹ́, Ọlọ́run á ṣe. Funny you. Ọlọ́run ò ń bí yan. Ọlọ́run ò ní bí mi ní tí mi ò jẹ. Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi kó ṣàdúrà fún mi. Ẹ̀yin náà, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ yín kó ṣàdúrà fún yín. All because I don't buy into your narratives does not mean I'm stupid. Because èmi ní ọgbọ́n, mo ní ọpọlọ tí mò ń lò. Mo gbé ọpọlọ kalẹ̀. Tó bá jẹ́ mi ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, will I like somebody to come into my family to start asking me questions? General public asking me for my child's DNA. When the same Muhbad you're talking about has the tattoo of his son on his hand. Let's even assume that he got to know that Wunmi was cheating or whatsoever. That is their family issue. You bloggers sold that idea to Baba. You sold the idea of DNA to Baba. And we saw the man that sold the idea, Kilonje Baba African Television, because he thought he could make money out of it. But at the end of the day, he saw that there is no point in lying when Bobashiri wanted to. And he said, okay, I don't understand the justice, the true justice you're looking for. No. Look for the true justice. You know the truth. Most of you know the truth. You know the truth. But because there is somebody you want to nail, there is property involved. There is royalty involved. You're hammering on that. Because you see that, okay, they've streamed him so much. So this small girl, Omo Kekere, from nowhere, will just get gbogbo ogun. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni. Kó má bí ọmọ kọ̀kọ̀ fún. Let's even assume that kò tiẹ̀ bímọ fún. Wọ́n ti traditionally marry. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni. If they had no child at all, he's the wife. And that's why I just laugh, because you all are just making noise. By the time the autopsy and toxicology result is out, and the government is ready for burial, I'm telling you, Wunmi will have 100% right on her husband's corpse. Let's bet it. We can, hold on. Let's just, they just look at you as ranters. You can go ahead, go to court, ask for a court injunction. Wunmi will have right to her husband's corpse. If they try to mediate between the family, if you feel that, no, you want your son to be buried somewhere, don't let them use your oku as or oku baba wande. Ale ni sikui. Government, Lagos State government has no time for this. Don't let them just carry Muhbad's corpse and bury in a mass, go and do mass burial for him. Ema ye koko lo ju síbi kan pé kó ju òkú ẹ̀ nù. Tó bá bímọ, bí ò bímọ, ìyàwó ilé ẹ̀ ni, kò ṣe baby mama. Let's even assume that that child tẹ́ ń sọ pé kò ṣe ọmọ Muhbad. Tí Muhbad ti gba ọmọ kó tó kú nígbà ayé ẹ̀. Tí ò jáde. Because most of you are saying he told somebody. I don't understand what you're talking about. Unless you can prove that Muhbad doubted that child when he was alive. Without that, you are ranting. I just feel that you guys are just having your field days. When the government is ready, they take the proper action. That's the truth. Those fighting for the real justice are behind doing it. They know what they are asking for. They are asking for royalties that belongs to that boy before he died. That is the justice they are asking for. How can a young boy be under a record for a very long time and his thing was not paid to him? That is the thing they are asking for. Royalty to they want to know why somebody will be bullied to the extent of having hypertension at 26. And this boy wrote a petition to the Nigerian police authority. Nothing was done. The beating, the harassment, that is the justice they are asking for. All this justice you guys are ranting about, it is not justice. It is money-making method on social media. And you call it movement. There's no movement. Go to Nigeria and do the real movement. Nigerians are hungry. By February, they are announcing new price for oil. 1,200 from 600 or 700 naira. Petrol price will go up to 1,200. That is the movement I want you and I to go into. Movement to jeka jafuni ye. From 600-700, 1,200. Meanwhile, right now that is even 600, people are suffering. Kosino, electricity is so bad now in Nigeria. It's getting worse. People cannot even buy petrol overnight that they can use overnight on their generator. I was asking my sister, she said she bought 3,000 naira. I was even laughing at her. I even thought you were a big girl. 3,000 naira to sleep overnight, just for 3 or 4 hours, is gone. That is the justice I want you and I to fight. Because we will and she only look on nuwa. Only niwa. Awa no mo. Akonjoko. Kade iwa wansi. Abati de lati bishe. Kajoko. Katuri 2 pounds. Show you. Marry 2 pounds or 3 pounds. Show you. That is all that we are doing. But if we want to be truthful to ourselves, we should look for the real justice. But you don't know that while you're making your money, you're putting an attack on a particular person. A young child, a baby, and the mother, the widow of the late Muhbad. Ebin pa wara lu Nigeria buruku. Pure water, go the 25 naira. Lojuwa. We have a new government. A young girl that just became a minister for poverty alleviation stole all your money. Owó tó ní kó fi ṣàánú àwọn ará ìlú, ẹni tí poverty alleviation láti tí president àti gbogbo àwọn cabinet tó believe pé ìyà ń jẹ àwọn ará ìlú because of the fact that things are very expensive. Let's have a minister for this that will look into this. Ó dẹ̀ gbé billions. You are not sitting 24/7 on social media to fight that. You are fighting a young widow of 24 years old. You're saying she sells drugs, she's this, she's that. It's not fair, honestly. Mo kàn fẹ́ kẹ́ wo conscience yín. Honestly. The youths are out there, no job. My friend was telling me our brother's children, their nieces, 2 of them graduated. Nínú ọ̀la, nínú kò sí, nínú gbogbo ẹ̀. Tí bàbá yẹn fi àti àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ tó fi rán àwọn ọmọ lọ sí university. 2 out of those children tó ti graduate over 2 years, no job. No job. Nothing to do. Most of all our youths are out there fending for themselves. becoming entrepreneurs. Wọ́n di farmers, wọ́n di gbogbo ẹ̀ kalẹ̀ ni, because there's nothing. Your conscience is not on that. Your conscience is not, jókòó kẹ́tì ẹ̀rọ ni. Hold on. I think we've had enough. Even if Papa Muhbad, you feel for him. Honestly, as a parent, I feel for him. Because olórí ọmọ wa, ológonu ọmọ wa, ayé ò ní fi pa wá lẹ́kún lórúkọ Jésù. May God, may evil not take a glorious child out of our children in the mighty name of Jesus. No child deserves to die. Ọmọ ológo nínú ẹbí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbà. Kò sí inú mi ò lè dùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí. But is Baba himself, is he doing it well? Gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ kó ṣàánú bàbá ti lé wọn. During the interview, the man was saying, I don't care. Even my children, they have turned my children against me. How can just Wunmi, that small thing, will turn all your children against you, Daddy? And you know now. Just small Wunmi will now turn Adura against you, turn blessing against you, Daddy. It's because they are tired. They are ashamed to come out and be pointing to their father. Let's fight the government. Let's ask them question. Why was Muhbad's petition not treated at the right time? That is what I expect us to ask. Because maybe if it had been treated on time, maybe maybe he would have found solution to himself instead of drugging himself, drinking himself, or whatsoever he went into. Maybe. That's the true justice to Yekamawa. But instead, Otoninta and Wakiri. Kò síṣẹ́, àwọn ọmọ go into drug, àwọn ọmọ go into Yahoo, àwọn obìnrin daṣẹ́wó, wọ́n lo àwọn ọmọ yẹn, wọ́n gé orí wọn. One ritualism goes on every day. Go to Ijebu every day. Don't kidnap her. Oh, you kidnap her. Remember, there was one program I did that there was one woman that woke me up in the middle of the night around 4 o'clock. That was about 2-3 years ago. That her husband was kidnapped in Ijebu Ode, and I came out. I called the police station because the husband previously had gone there to report that he's suspecting some people. But the police station did not do anything. Police did not do anything. The guy was kidnapped. Ransom was paid. A lot of money was paid as at that time. Because I spoke with the police, they said they were doing their best to get him as at that time. My dear, before he was released, that was 2 years ago. Mo tún gbọ́ of recent pé wọ́n tún ti gbé ẹlòmíì. Though ọkùnrin gan Ọlọ́run ní lárí, I heard that even that man that the wife was crying with 2 children. I think she has 2 or 3 children because she just called me from nowhere. To God Almighty who made me, I didn't know her. That's why I said sometimes men, these are our men. You are talking about, because I saw your saying, did Hope Abiola heard your advice? I don't know. Sometimes even our men, ejo ni wọ́n ṣe nenu fún. Ejo, ma yen, wọ́n da ge yen nu padà ni, en tó ké ló tí ó lè sùn, tí ó lè wo, tó sunkún. At the end of the day, they said because he said the girl was the one that came to tell the whole world. Maybe they would have killed him if that woman did not come to shout to the general public. And then we brought it out. We called the police out before he was found. At the end of the day, ó tún fi ìyàwó yẹn sílẹ̀ ni. Bọ́kùnrin nìyẹn. So, a lot of things going on in Nigeria. We are not bothered. Every day, oúnjẹ wọ́n sí, ebi ń pa àwọn aráàlú. Kò tiẹ̀ wá sí anything mọ́. Everybody kàn ṣe bó ṣe wù wọ́n ni. No, let's just take things easy. Now, as she wanted to, also TikTok. Go to TikTok and hear about Westo or one, because I didn't even hear, because it means that be how many days more.